it's for the love of the game.
Yo, man. Welcome back to another episode of For the Love of the Game. It's your boy, the Professor. And we got week 5 rundown. You know what I'm saying? We got the week 5 rundown of the NFL, man. And more specifically, speaking about rundown, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. You either just thought one or two things, okay? One, you thought, okay, they good. Or two, you said they figured out they're done for. I know you did. It's one of those two things. I've been hearing it. I've been a Chiefs fan my whole life. Everybody know that. But when I get at this table in front of this green screen, it's all facts, no bias. All right, it's all facts, no bias. So for the past 4 years, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we've been basically running the league, and I get phone calls every time we lose because it's rare. You know what I'm saying? So for the past 3 years, I ain't got that many phone calls. Okay. They probably calling me like 4 times, right, out of the whole season. This year, we're in week 5. Yeah, I'd have had about 3 weeks of calls, okay? I'd have had about 3 weeks of calls, so I'm ready. I get it. It's expected. The overreacting, it's expected. I'm not going to fault you for it, okay? If you want to comment under this video, give me your whole spiel. Give me the whole list of things that you can overreact to. I'm with it. I'm about to do it, right? I actually got a list of things. Because like I said, I'm a Chiefs fan, but I ain't oblivious to the problems. We got problems. We got problems and major problems that need to be fixed. Let's go ahead and talk about that, man. Let's go ahead and talk about that. But, in fact, I'm going to react to Stephen A. Okay? He was on First Take. He said the Chiefs are done. Their defense is trash. That statement is 50-50. All right, the Chiefs ain't done. Now, is the defense trash? I don't know. If y'all was rocking with us the year we won the Super Bowl, our defense ain't turning on until late in the season, okay? Stick with it. But really, man, I just want to hear what they going to say. You know, I mean, it's TV. We're the Chiefs. It's so, when you win so much, it's expected that you win forever. We're not doing that right now. It's expected that the overreactions come. I'm not opposed to it. I just want to hear if they're logical points. So, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You feel me? And let's see what Stephen A. saying, man. Come on.
To it, and don't just read the stats. You'll see that even the interceptions aren't his fault.
Okay.
You know, he's doing the right thing by taking it on. But the ball went right through Tyreek Hill's hand.
It did.
Took it back for
Pick six. Yep.
And the other interception by my boy from the University of Miami, Russo. It was just a great play.
Yep.
He
Tip it
batted
up.
down the ball, batted the ball
Catch it.
his own self, and then took
Yep.
it.
That hurts, though.
Went back.
That hurts.
When you get through the regular season, you get to the playoffs. There's a certain thing called playoff pressure.
Talk that.
This man.
Talk that. Hold on. First off, I want to say this, okay? There's a lot of people on TV who never played, right? At a high level, at least. In fact, that's me, completely. I get it. I mean, you could still know the game, but when you've been in them trenches, when you've been through those battles, you kind of understand the difference. This is Miacheal Irvin, right? 3-time Super Bowl champ, whatever time Super Bowl champ, I don't know. Back in them Emmitt Smith days, them Troy Aikman days. This is Miacheal Irvin talking about championship DNA, and we got that. Don't get confused, we got that. These other teams, they ain't got that, but we do.
Tested. We're watching other teams beat him right now.
Yeah.
But those guys aren't playoff tested.
Yeah, talk
like
that.
He is.
Talk
as
that.
long as they have him, even with that defense that they are playing with, that seems like they are taking over what the Cowboys had last year, and I call that Oprah Winfrey defense.
Oprah Winfrey, they just giving stuff out.
What you want, yards, touchdown. Even with that defense,
You funny.
the Kansas City Chiefs can still get to a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Long as they have Patrick Mahomes.
Absolutely.
They change their way.
In 15, we trust.
Because people not giving up the big play. You got to come on down and start breaking it down. But as long as they got him, you better believe it. Okay, here's a couple of...
Miacheal Irvin. I love the way you talking. Let me touch on this real quick, Stephen A. Before you go. Let me touch on this. Bruh. I hate when people saying we're figured out, okay? We're not figured out. It wasn't hard in the first place. Now teams are double teaming Tyreek, okay? If you double team somebody, you put 2 people on 1 person, you're supposed to win that. Am I correct? The 2 people. All right? So, when you literally drop your safeties 20 yards off and just take away the deep ball, I would not say that's figuring us out. is taking away the deep ball. It's not our fault that for 3 years nobody wanted to do that, right? In our 3 losses, Tyreek got 15 receptions for 133 yards. And those are the 3 losses combined. So combined in 3 games, he got 15 catches, 133 yards. He had more than both of those against the Eagles. We got to find a way to get our playmakers the ball, man. Bubble screens, put them in the backfield, give them a jet sweep. For all I care, put them on kick return at this point, but we got to get Reek the ball.
Number one, at least have decency on a Monday morning to wait a few minutes before you get on my damn nerves with that dribble.
Oh.
That is nonsense. You are lying to the American public. The Kansas City Chiefs are done. Let me say it right now.
Whoa,
You're saying they're done.
Week 5 isn't even complete.
They're going to the postseason.
Thank you.
Sure, because of that dude, Patrick Mahomes.
Week 5.
Their defense is trash. They can't stop a cold. Let's just call it what it is.
He said they can't stop a cold.
They're the worst defense in the league in points allowed. Second.
Yeah. Let's do touch on that. Let's do touch on that, bro. We're at a crazy spot. All right, so we 5th in the league in scoring. We are dead last in the league in points allowed. We're giving up 32.6 points allowed. That's almost 33 points a game. In our losses, okay, we lose to the Chargers, we got 24. We lose to Baltimore, we got 35. Now, in this third loss to the Bills, we had 20. But those first 2 games, with that score, scoring 35 points and scoring 24 points, you should win those games. Hopefully, they touch on my next point in this so I can react. But it's a little more than just the defense.
In yards allowed, second worst against the run. Don't get me started with what they are against the pass.
Yeah.
They are an atrocity. And oh, by the way,
I agree.
Spagnuolo, I thought this was a defensive coordinator that was a Super Bowl champion. Wasn't he the defensive coordinator for the New York Giants in 2007 when they won the Super Bowl, when they beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots? Suddenly, he can't coach defense? I mean, my God, they're awful. They're awful. Now, we like Honey Badger, so we don't want to hold him too responsible because we know that brother can play. Don't get me started with Sorensen. He got smoked. Don't get me started with Sneed.
Somebody need to call Tyrann 32. Let's call Honey Badger. Let's call him. I ain't seen him.
Is that his name? I mean, this dude Knox for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
he had a big-time game.
Kidding.
Stephon Diggs didn't even get off that much.
Can't believe we let that happen.
This defense is horrible. And so what happens is what you're seeing from the Kansas City Chiefs is a quarterback in Patrick Mahomes is trying to be the hero.
Right.
He's more than capable of trying to play hero.
Right.
Because he knows we can't stop anybody.
So we got to do something on offense.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to say that. He's not going to come out there and say, you know what, man, we can't stop a cold, can't stop flu, can't stop the... I mean, especially in the age of the Rona, we can't even stop a cold. That's how bad the Kansas City Chiefs are. They are awful defensively. And because of that, there are a plethora of teams within the AFC alone that is better than them because they are more wealth.
Hold on. Because, you know, Stephen A. get the role and he going real ham right now. Let's say this. We are bad, okay, on defense. Or we need to improve on defense, I should say. But there's a bigger problem, okay? We are tied for first in the league with the Jaguars. The winless Jacksonville Jaguars. We're tied in the league with them in turnovers. We're both sitting at 11. Okay, so catch this. If we're tied for first in turnovers, and then we're last in points allowed, right? I meant to say, in points allowed, okay? There's a correlation in that. We're turning the ball over. We're giving the opposing offenses good field position and a weak defense to go against, okay? So good field position, weak defense to go against, and an extra possession added on to that. I mean, you think the 3 people we lost to are Lamar Jackson. You can't give him extra possessions. I don't think that's a good idea. Justin Herbert. You can't give him extra possessions, right? And then Josh Allen. All these are top quarterbacks in the league, right? Herbert on the rise, but still a top quarterback in the league. You can't give away extra possessions. We're giving away extra possessions. We're averaging like 2 turnovers a game. Defense is bad. I agree. They're giving up 33 points a game. But I gotta stop saying we, guy. But the Chiefs have to take care of the ball. Okay? You gotta take care of the ball. You gotta be able to help your defense out. And they true, man. Pat, he facing a lot, so he is trying to play Superman.
Stop turning over the ball. We understand that. But predictably, listen, we've seen them in playoff games, AFC championship games, be held to a deficit, and then they come on strong.
Right.
The problem is the defense somehow, some way
take setups so easily. I mean, you take them so easily.
Do I?
You
I
see
think
how
you
you
do.
jump right on what the defense is. And I'm telling you, you're right. The defense is
Right.
horrible. But defenses can click and turn quickly.
Exactly.
I set.
Michael Irvin, I'm agreeing with you. I said it at the beginning. When we won the Super Bowl, our defense did not turn on until late. It's week 5. You know, let us build, man. We got young dudes out there.
I told you how the Cowboys defense would turn. You were like, oh, you laughed. You said no way a defense. But still,
you said that. Was I right last
He said that was last season.
But I'm saying
Was I right last season? Answer my question.
defensive football is about desire, it's about want to, it's about assignment. It's about assignment. Now, what I'm about to tell you, there are ways that Patrick Mahomes, as great as he is, and I know he's trying to do too much, throwing the ball all over the field.
He can make it
help
easier.
That defense.
Yeah, he
And
can make it
that's
simpler.
That is if he
Taking care of the
starts
ball.
matriculating the
Yup.
ball a little
It don't
bit.
have to go
They're
down the
looking
field.
for all big
Take
plays,
what they give
all
us.
big
Dink
plays.
and
That's
dunk
what
it.
they look for all the time because they have been hooked on the drug of the big play all the time. In the National Football League, you're gonna have to win the Super Bowl using your left hand. They're gonna make you do what you don't do great.
Yeah.
So
And what is that for the Chiefs?
And they need to start
Throw it short,
moving
run the ball.
down the field.
No.
Yep.
They
And he can do that.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, they
Yeah.
don't. Oh, you said
And
you
he
standing
can
up
do
for?
this.
What you standing up
And
for?
he can do this. He can do this.
He can.
And see, because we get caught up and everybody wanting to see the big thing.
Yeah.
And instead of moving that ball down the
people
I'm just telling you.
Back to my being figured out point, okay? It's rare that you come in the league and do the things that Pat and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill have been doing offensively, right? That's rare. The reason why it was so crazy what the Chiefs were doing is because you don't get a quarterback who wasn't a starter and he comes in and then just makes an instant impact. 50 touchdowns in his first season starting, Super Bowl the next year, a Super Bowl win that year, and then another Super Bowl appearance the following year. That stuff doesn't happen. Some of these trick plays, some of all that, right? But this the NFL. These are the top of the top. These are the 1% athletes. It will get figured out. It has reached the point where they figured it out. Defenses have figured out, okay, if we take away Tyreek and we let Travis get 100 yards on us, but every time he catches it, we make the tackle right there. Tyreek gets about 6 targets. Now it's about 3 to 4 catches. You can live with that. So to counter that, we have to start, like Michael Irvin saying, just trickulating the ball down the field. We don't have to take that big play. It's not there. Teams are not giving that to us anymore. You got to take what the defense gives you. Sometimes that is Pat's problem, right? But he's so great. It's like the Stephen Curry effect, right? Steph Curry come down the court, shoot a wild 3 from half court. He airball. People are going to laugh, right? They might giggle. They're going to say whatever, but they're going to say, shoot that again. Okay. Pat does some wild break out of a sack, throw the ball, cross his body. It results in a pick. We're not going to like it, but it's kind of like that's what makes him great. You know what I'm saying? You got to let a player be great.
That's what he need, and they could get it done. This team,
Yeah.
But Stephen A., to that point, 11 turnovers, the Chiefs, that's tied for the most in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So clearly,
But that's him trying too much. That's him trying.
yeah, too many mistakes with the big
I'm
plays.
very disappointed.
Too
with
many
you.
mistakes.
Because you haven't caught the hypocrisy of this man.
Whoa,
You're so busy
whoa, whoa.
focusing. You're so busy
Whoa,
focusing
whoa,
on trying to question me.
You know
You
what?
haven't caught his hypocrisy.
No, I'm
Let me
just
tell
supporting
let me
because
tell you
there's
what
a
his
lot of
hypocrisy.
errors.
Let me tell you what his hypocrisy.
Let me hear it.
Oh,
Let me
let me
hear it,
see where
Stephen
you're
A.
going with
Yeah,
this.
that's what I'm saying. Let me hear it.
I already know.
We are sitting across from a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
I knew it was the 3-time. Shout out Michael Irvin.
How did the Cowboys win no Super Bowl?
Big plays.
Oh, no,
playmakers.
we move the ball.
You moved the ball.
We run the
Defense.
They
Ran
passed
the
it
ball.
up. Yeah.
You ran the football.
Right.
Last year against these Buffalo Bills, I mean, the Buffalo dared them to run the football. What did they do? They ran
They
it.
ran it.
Last night they ran it about 12, 13 times.
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire had the ball 7 times.
got it.
Okay.
Speaking of Clyde. So we just talked about the struggles on defense. We got the struggles on offense. Now Clyde sprained his MCL. He out 2 to 4 weeks. Our little run game we had, our scat back, receiving back that the Chiefs had, he's gone now. So that much more pressure and focus now goes to 15, 10, and 87. The Kansas City Chiefs, backs is against the wall. They got to figure it out right now.
Moving the chains, exercise patience. You know why? The Buffalo Bills sat on the field last night,
Yep.
daring you to run the football. What they did was say, it's not about winning. We want to win our way, as opposed to
But
winning
Steven,
the way that was made available
when
to them.
you get behind, you can't do that.
That's true.
You can understand. Wait a minute. You down 14
7.
points. We've seen
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes race a 14-point deficit in 3 minutes. He put
Yeah.
up 14
But
points.
I'm saying
It was
pound
at
in the
Ah.
rock, Emmett Smith style. You got to
You
do that
can
from the
run
jump.
it.
They
yeah.
got behind.
They don't have that
With
ability
Patrick
to
Mahomes.
Exactly. A run game is not that strong to run when you're down 14. You get down 14, the run game is non-existent.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying to you, because the fear of Patrick Mahomes is so real, they were daring you to run the damn
Correct.
football.
Yeah.
That's why you can run the football for Kansas City. That's why
Right.
any running back can come there and look
Right.
relatively
And
decent.
run the
Because
football.
you're worried about
Because they
Patrick Mahomes.
dropping back so
What you
far.
got?
That's facts, right? That's facts by Stephen A, right? There's so much demand and so much this on Pat. The run game was available. The problem is the Chiefs do not have the best run game, right? At least not consistently to build it over time, right? So you heard Stephen A's side, you heard Miacheal Irvin's side, and you heard the professor's side. I need to know right now in the comments, is it time to panic for the Kansas City Chiefs, or is it only week 5 in the NFL season? Okay, let me know. If you ask me, it's only week 5, man. It's a lot of football left to go. It's 17 weeks. There's 12 more weeks of football. The season could turn and flip on its head at any time. But until it does that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all next time.